If you've been trying to find ChatGPT by Googling it, I need to tell you something. Google is not going to take you there. Hi, I'm Chris, and this is Second Act with AI. Today we're going to clear up something that has been tripping people up left and right. Where do you actually go to use AI? Because here's what happens. You hear about ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, and you think, great, I want to try this. So you do what you always do. You go to Google and you type it in, and what comes up? Ads, news articles, maybe even some websites that look like ChatGPT but aren't. And you end up more confused than when you started. And that's not your fault. That's what I call a design problem. And today, I'm going to fix it for you. But I'm not just going to give you 3 web addresses and send you on your way. I'm going to show you 5 things about finding AI that almost nobody explains. And each one is going to save you real confusion. Okay? So, before we go anywhere, I want to clear up something that is so important. I'm going to go to regular Google, just google.com, and search for something. Let's say I type, what's the best way to organize family photos? Now, look at what comes up at the very top. See this? This big block of text before any of the regular results? That's called an AI overview. Google started putting these at the top of searches recently, and it says AI right on it. So here's where the confusion happens. You see that and think, oh, well, I'm using AI now, but you're not really. And what do I mean by that? An AI overview is Google summarizing other websites for you. It's like a book report. It read a bunch of pages and gave you the highlights. And that's useful, but it's not what people mean when they say use AI. When people say use AI, they mean sitting down and having a back and forth conversation. You ask something and AI responds. And you ask a follow-up, and it responds to that. AI remembers what you said 3 questions ago. And it's a conversation, not a search result. Now, if you watched my earlier video, AI Explained Simply, you already know that AI is really about understanding your words and responding in a way that's actually helpful. This is that in action. A search result gives you links. A conversation gives you a thinking partner. Now that distinction, search result versus conversation, is the whole thing. And nobody explains it. So now that we know what we're actually looking for, let's go find it. All right. I've got my browser open, and I need to show you something really quick because this is where a lot of people get stuck without even realizing it. Now, see this bar at the very top of the browser window? The long one that shows web addresses like google.com? That's called the address bar. When I type a web address up here, I go directly to that website. No Google involved, straight there. Now, see the box in the middle of the page, the Google search box? If I type a web address in there, Google treats it as a search and gives me search results about that website instead of just taking me there. Now, this seems like a tiny thing, but I can't tell you how many people type chatgpt.com into the Google search box and then wonder why they're seeing news articles instead of the actual tool. So, address bar at the very top. That's where we're typing, okay? I'm typing ChatGPT.com into the address bar at the top. And here we are. This is ChatGPT, made by a company called OpenAI. Text box at the bottom, conversation above. This is where you have that back and forth conversation we talked about. Now I said type it yourself, and here's why. If you Google ChatGPT instead, the first few results are often ads. And some of those ads take you to other websites that look like ChatGPT but aren't. They're what I call wrapper sites, meaning someone built a website that connects to ChatGPT behind the scenes and then charges you money for it. The real ChatGPT is free to start. So if something is asking you to pay before you've even tried it, you're probably not in the right place. Now, if you're wondering, is it safe to create an account? I made a whole video about AI safety called Is AI Safe? The 3 questions you need to ask, and I'll link it right here. That one walks you through exactly what to think about, and it'll put your mind at ease. But the short version, creating an account with your email is the same as signing up for any website you already use. You're not giving them your bank account. The way to avoid the fake sites, type the address yourself, chatgpt.com. Now you know you're in the right place, okay? Next one. I'm typing claude.ai into the address bar. And this takes us to Claude, which is made by a company called Anthropic. Similar setup. Clean screen, text box at the bottom. Now, Claude is the one I use most. It's my thinking partner for pretty much everything. But we're not picking favorites today. Today is about knowing where to go. And if you're curious about which tool is the right one for you, stay with me to the end of this video because I've got something that'll help you figure that out in about 2 minutes. And the third one, Gemini.google.com. Now, this is Google's conversational AI tool. It looks very similar to the others. Text box, conversation, same idea. But here's the thing about Gemini that confuses a lot of people. Google made both regular Google search and Gemini. So people think, aren't they the same thing? And they're not. Regular Google search, google.com, is a search engine. It finds websites. Gemini.google.com is a conversation, and you talk to it like a person. So think of it like 2 different rooms in the same building. One room is a library, and that's Google search. And the other room is an office where you can sit down with someone and talk through your questions. That's Gemini. Same building, but a completely different experience. And I actually talked about this in my video, The Best AI Tool is Not What You Think. Each of these tools has its own strengths, its own personality, its own best uses. And that video breaks all of that down. But for right now, you just need to know the address, okay? So this next part is going to make some of you really happy because I know the thought of creating another account with another password makes you just want to close a laptop. And here's what most people don't realize. All 3 of these tools let you sign in with your Google account. So if you have Gmail, if you already have what you need, when you get to the sign up screen, look for a button that says Continue with Google or Sign in with Google. And click that, pick your Gmail address, and you're in. No new username, no new password, done. And yes, this is safe. You're not giving these tools access to your email. You're just using your Google account as your ID, the same way you show your driver's license to verify who you are. They're not reading your emails, okay? And one more thing. This might actually be the most useful thing I say today. If you're more comfortable on your phone than your computer, every single one of these tools has a free app. You can go to your regular app store, the App Store on iPhone or Google Play on Android, and search for ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. Download it, sign in, and you've got AI in your pocket. And I mention this because some people find their phone easier than a browser. And there's no wrong way to do this. I want you to use whatever feels comfortable to you. And the point is just to get there, okay? So let's do a quick recap of what you just learned. And this was more than just 3 web addresses. 5 things that most AI tutorials skip right over. And now you know all of them. So here's what I want you to do right now. Pick one, just one. Go to the website or download the app, sign in with your Google account, and type this. That's it. You can't break anything. You can't mess it up. Just say hello and see what happens. And once you're ready to go deeper, I've got a video called Your First AI Chat, How to Start Today, that walks you through exactly what to say after hello. And I'll link it right here. Now, once you've said hello and you've had that first little conversation, you're probably going to wonder, okay, well, which one of these should I actually keep using? Which one is for me? And I built something for exactly that question. It's called the AI Tool Navigator quiz, and it takes about 2 minutes. I ask you a few questions about how you think and what you want to use AI for. And it tells you which tool is the best fit for you right now. No guessing, no overwhelm, just a clear starting point. And I'll put the link right here and down in the description. And it's free, so go take it after you say hello. And I want you to remember, you are not behind, you are not too late. You just needed someone to show you where the door is. And now you know. All right, my friends, take care. Bye-bye.